Hello and welcome back to another edition of Toy Tuesdays. This is our 16th show. So thanks for everyone who watches weekly and makes this show happen basically. Unfortunately, I believe Clinton is running behind. I don't know when he'll be in today. We'll go ahead and get this Skype window out of here. But we do have some news about the future of the show. Um, if you look at the sticky comment here, the pinned comment at the top of the chat, there is a link, and that link is to the dedicated Toyota Tuesday YouTube channel. So we're going to be moving the show from Sixth Gear Garage over to its own channel. And that's been the goal all along. We just kind of wanted to see how it's going to grow first before we do that and set all that up. So I have finally set that up but we haven't really started using it yet. But there will be a time when this show is no longer on my channel. So go ahead and click that link and subscribe. I saw we have a couple already, so that's good that the word's getting out. Maybe I'll do another show next week on my, or next 2 weeks actually, on my channel still, just to get the word out so nobody is left out of the loop there. The second news that we have is we're going to be switching the show to every other week for a while. Now, I know this may come as bad news for some of you guys, but trust me, it's for the better. The reason being is that it takes, in addition to the hour of the time doing the show, it takes time to set up the show, and this time of year, if you're up north like Clinton and I are, this is our prime time to be out wrenching. Like it's actually warm enough to do stuff and work outside. So we've got a lot of catching up to do. I'm speaking for Clinton and myself. We both have a lot of projects. I'm definitely far behind. So we're going to switch the show to every other week because, to be honest, I have been behind on videos, behind on vehicle projects, all kinds of stuff. So that extra couple hours a week will definitely be a big help. And once the weather sort of turns again and we're limited to being stuck inside editing all day, we'll probably pick back up weekly, especially if the show is continued to grow on the new channel. So that's the big news. Um, Hopefully it's not too big of a deal, but it's just something that we talked about, and both Clinton and I, we both definitely agreed that every other week for a while is the way to go. So let me know if you're in the chat tonight. Let me see who's out there. I've got some news. I found a truck bed for my 1981. This is a long bed. It was right here in Ohio, and it is not rust free, but it's a lot better than the one I have. And unfortunately, like I said, I've been so busy. I have the pictures on my phone. I don't have them uh, on here where I can show them to you from my computer. But here, we'll try this. Try and hold the phone up here. And when I went to buy it, the cool thing was the guy that I bought it from. His name is Mr. Fix It Kyle, or is it Fix It Kyle? One of those two on Instagram. I'll look that up in a second. But he's building a Toyota Trekker. And you don't know what a Trekker is. A Trekker is what they had before the 4Runner existed. But here is. So here's the bed. I don't know if you guys can see that in there or not. Probably not. Let me try angling it down a little bit. See that in there or not? Okay. Anyways, but let me look up his name on Instagram. You should definitely give him a follow. He's a big Toyota guy, and he's doing a really cool build with a Trekker. It is, yeah, Mr. Fixit underscore Kyle, Kyle. So check that out, and you'll actually see the truck that I bought this bed off of. Um, what else is new here? Let's see. I got my 85 out from storage, so I'll be getting back to doing some videos on that hopefully. And I also want to do some videos on the 80 series. So definitely want to get some other stuff done before I start restoring that 80 because that's going to be a long project. And I definitely want to finish my dash restoration. I got back down there in the basement today and got back to work on it. Um, it's coming along. It's getting there. A couple more weeks, I'm hoping it'll be done. Let's see. Oh, look at this, Joel. 81 box on Marketplace for 200 bucks. It's in BC. I'm still surprised it's that cheap up there. They've got not the rust issues we have in Ohio, but definitely still have some rust issues. Let's see. My 1987 4Runner top is fraying. How do I fix it? Do you mean it has like a bikini top or like a soft top, a canvas top on it? Or are you talking about the interior of the fiberglass top? Let's see here. Oh, speaking of I got something to show you guys. Speaking of cheap truck beds, I got something to show you in a second here. Okay, so it's the fiberglass on the outside, and what that is it's probably that the gel coat has either worn away or faded away from years of UV rays. So when it gets to that point, you guys, unless you're good with fiberglass, you want to take it somewhere and you want to have them reapply the gel coat and basically sand that down smooth, and then you're ready for your primer and your paint. But yeah, usually once it gets down to where you can see the fiber showing, which is going to look like it's what you're saying, kind of like frayed, um, that's when it's time to get some body work done on it because it's going to get worse and worse and worse. Hopefully, it's to the point where you can still salvage it. Um, yeah, the 3 liter. Yeah, you guys, I don't know if you guys saw the video I uploaded today. I've been trying to upload these recent Toyota videos of this 89 on Tuesdays, so we can kind of talk about them at the show. And I tell you what, guys, for as much trash talk as I see about the 3 liters, this thing runs amazing, and it sounds amazing. It revs quick, and it didn't overheat. So fingers crossed that the cylinder heads or the head gaskets are good on it. But I think we got a good one. I think we're gonna be all right with that swap. And I don't know if you guys saw the link I put in that video to my buddy Mike's channel, the Shop Spot. He is now taking that drivetrain and putting that into our, we call it the Wheelmobile. It's our Gambler 500 car. It's a 1998 Honda Accord sedan, which we converted into a two-door El Camino, which then the subframe just like rotted away because it's Ohio and Hondas, and then we dropped that body onto our a 1988 4x4 Toyota frame. So it's going to go on that chassis to power the whole thing. So um, check it out. Check it out. Definitely, he's a really really small channel. I don't even think he has 100 subs yet, but he's doing some pretty cool stuff. Let's see. Yeah, California sunshine. That'll destroy pretty much anything. Interior and exterior. Gel coat for sure. Um, yeah, honestly, painting it because dealing with that and getting that off is going to be, a lot of work. But hey, it's a good solution if you don't really care about the paint of it. Let's see, got a question here. Joel, when is the next Acura video? I want to see it running. Good news. It runs. I put new injectors in it, and that video is going to be Friday, and it actually runs perfect now. The whole time it was just the injectors. So I mean, it has sat for 10 years, and that gas was really nasty in it. So it makes sense that the injectors would be bad. The weird thing is somebody had replaced half or I think 2 or 4 of the injectors already, but not all of them. So I'm sure it was the old ones that probably were all gummed up. So that will be on Friday, and then I can't wait to get that thing done so I can start on the 80, the 1980, not the 80 series, my 1980 Toyota. That's been on the back burner, but I've been collecting a lot of parts for it. And this bed was almost every piece that I need. I still need a hood, a front bumper, and a passenger door. So I'll find those parts. Let's see. Jimmy, he's got an 88 Toyota pickup and he just put a new alternator. Brake and charge lights still come on sometimes. Do you think it's my battery? It's funny you mentioned that. When I got my truck out, just I think it was Friday, my brake and my charge light were on, and it's a 22R. And the weird thing is, when those lights are on, it idles high, really like constantly. It doesn't ever like go down after it's warmed up. Um, I thought maybe mine was going as well, and then after I turned it off, parked it, turned it back on, the lights were gone. So makes me think it's an intermittent, maybe a connection issue or something like that. So I would definitely check all your wires, your grounds, stuff like that. And if you did replace the alternator and you're sure it's a good alternator, um, it could be the battery, but that's simple enough to check. I mean, you can take your battery to any parts store. They can check that out for you and tell you if that's good or bad. So don't go throwing money at a battery until you're sure it's bad. Because, man, I remember when batteries were cheap. I had to buy a battery, and they're expensive now. There's still cheap ones at Walmart, though. I did get a cheap Walmart battery for the Acura. It was like 50 bucks. I mean, you can't go wrong with any other parts store like Advance Auto or AutoZone or anyone else is charging 150 for a battery. But yeah, check that out for sure. Let's see. Joel, 83 knuckle seals went bad overnight. I took it apart and everything was OEM. 250,000. Wow, that's impressive that it lasted that long. That's really impressive. Um, yeah, my 85 has 195,000 miles on it, and the knuckles have been leaking a little bit for probably the past, I don't know, 15,000 miles, and getting worse every year. I got to do that this year because it's getting to the point now where there's oil like on the insides of the front tires when I park for a while. So definitely need to get to that this year. But yeah, 260K. Just got closer and read that 260K. That's amazing. Um, yeah, the odd thing is my Land Cruiser. It has I think I had 85,000 miles when I bought it. I just had to do the kilometers to miles conversion. It was about 85,000 miles in there, and my knuckle seals were fine, but the bursts were clicking real bad, and they got worse really quick after I bought it. I think it was so neglected, so I basically bought the whole kit because you might as well do it if you replace the bursts. You might as well pull the knuckles off and do the whole kit. And so I replaced perfectly good seals, but you know what? You gotta do it while you're in there. So hopefully your burr fields are okay. I know they're okay on my 85. But that's the fastest I've ever seen burr fields wear out on a Toyota at 85,000 miles. You know that thing was neglected. But that's all right. I got it for cheap, and I'm bringing it back to its former glory. So let me check here if Clinton is in the chat. He is not. I'm sure he's busy. You guys saw he got his V8 swap done, running. It sounds amazing. I think he said he mentioned it needed a little bit of a tune because it was doing a little bit of like stumbling when he would get on it. So it's getting there. I'm happy for him. It's been a long, a long, difficult journey, especially with the fire and then the that engine didn't work out. And the next one, it was a he thought it was a non-interference, and it turned out the valves did contact the pistons. So his third time was a charm. So I'm happy for him. Joel, Burfields are shot. Okay, then there you go. Another reason to do it. Yeah, fishing up a storm for sure. Have them check the alternator, especially if you're buying like an AutoZone or whatever Napa, Advance, whatever alternator. Um, I've heard a lot of people say I got a bad one right out of the box. So there's always that possibility that it could be bad. Let's see, what else do we got here in the chat? Busy chat tonight, guys. I appreciate it. Lots of questions. Shoot them all. I guess I'm doing a solo show tonight, but I'll answer anything I can. Uh, oh man, if yeah, mine were only my bird fields only clicked when I turned, like kind of a sharp turn. But if yours are clicking when you're just going down the road, man, that's like time bomb right there. That makes me nervous. I would not be driving that thing. Um, yeah, let's see. My 1984 was leaking a rear pinion seal. It was a pain. Yes. Yeah, those are fun. Um, I did that on my 85 about a year ago, and it's good now. And I did it on my Land Cruiser last summer. It was leaking really bad all of a sudden. Um, just out of nowhere, just started just spraying out fluid all over the underside. It was a disgusting mess because it wasn't just uh, diff oil. The moly lube from the knuckles had mixed in because the seals were bad on the axle seals. So it was that green goop. It looks almost like brownie batter. It's like the consistency of brownie batter, but it's kind of green. And basically, that just sprayed the entire underside, passenger underside of my vehicle. But hey, it's not going to rust there now, so there you go. Um, oh yeah, a few minutes ago I was talking about cheap beds for sale, and I gotta show you guys this. Like I said, I got 400 bucks into this rusty 84 bed, and it's not as rusty as the one I have, so it's not that bad. It's a little bit on the seam. The back corners are really bad, and the tailgate, of course, is pretty bad along the bottom edge. But the inside floor is good, and that's what I need to start with when I rebuild this bed. So I'm going to combine sort of my bed and this bed to make one really nice bed. But like I said, these beds are so expensive, and I gotta show you guys this. This is not too far from here. There's a guy selling an S10 long bed from 1987. He is practically giving this thing away. It went down to 125. Now he's got it down to 85. And this is a long bed from an S10. And I really looked to see if there's a way to make these fit Toyotas. Um, Unfortunately, the body lines don't match up. But look at this, 85 bucks for a bed. I just kind of want to buy it just because it's so cheap, even though I don't need it for anything. And meanwhile, Toyota beds in that condition are going for like $1,000 here in Ohio for an OEM Toyota bed. And that reminds me, speaking of S10 beds on Toyotas, check this out. This was on Facebook. It's a 94 pickup, but look at the bed on this. This is the second generation S10 bed, which I don't even know what years that was. It was like what, late 90s to mid late 2000s maybe. But look how bad the fitment is. And the reason being is that I found out these S10 beds are actually 3 inches wider from here to here than they are from here to here. So they actually taper and get a little bit skinnier towards the back. So in case you guys are wondering, never try and fit a second gen S10 bed on a Toyota pickup. Even though the body line was actually kind of close, um, yeah, they're actually 3 inches wider where they meet the cab. So that will not work. But yeah, I'm extremely jealous that S10 people can find a used bed for $85. Probably because there's really no S10 first gen S10s left in Ohio though. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, Joel, I thought it was a wheel bearing at first, but then did the wheel bearing and it was still there. Now it's a burst. That's kind of a bummer because you were halfway there by the time you replaced the wheel bearing, But that's all right. You're better at it now because you did it once before. Let's see. Hearsay, what's going on? So, hey, thanks for checking in, everybody. Like I said, I'll announce it one more time. We are moving the show. We're moving the show to its own dedicated channel for everybody who just got in. There is a link in the pinned comment up at the top, whatever side it's on here, probably this side of the comments here, and that link is to the new Toyota Tuesdays YouTube channel. So the future shows are going to be on that. Um, in addition to that change, there's also going to be a different schedule. Instead of every Tuesday, we're going to make it every other Tuesday for a while, just because up here in the north, it's the summertime. This is our prime time to be out wrenching, and both Clinton and I are very behind on projects, and not to mention just way behind in general from his fire. I was out a month for my surgery, and we just have so much catching up to do. I have so many videos and stuff I want to show you guys, and I'm just so far behind. So that's going to be happening. But thanks guys for understanding. We'll still be here every other week. Let's see. The fast lane, I like that. I should make the profile pic into the tech logo. That's good. I like that. I did that really quick just to set it up to get something there because I just had a generic like T on it before, and I'm probably gonna change it anyways because I don't want like Toyota to sue us. So I don't think they would sue me over that as much. Let's see here. Catch up on comments. Jimmy put in a new Denso alternator. Not too worried about it being bad, but he'll check it. Yeah, I would check first to make sure it's not a bad ground or a bad connection somewhere, especially that you just had that apart. Uh, Start with the simple things first. Let's see. Oh man, you've been putting off doing an electrical overhaul. That sounds like a nightmare. Um, all in all, though, man, these trucks, their their wiring, their electrical systems seem very good. There's like not common problems like there are on a lot of other vehicles. So props to Toyota for getting that right. I mean, if uh, if Top Gear can put one in salt water during high tide and then take it back out and it still runs and operates, they got a pretty robust electrical system in there. So uh, speaking of uh, speaking of destroying Toyotas, should we talk about Whistling Diesel or not? You guys been catching that episode? Let me know what you think of that. There's probably gonna be another one coming up soon, but I think the next one's gonna probably hurt to watch. The first one wasn't too bad. I'm just like, yeah, it's a pile of cinder blocks. The truck could still be fixed, but I think the next episode is gonna hurt to watch. Um, at the same time, though, you know, I honestly think that he's impressed by it, by what it's taken so far. I mean, he basically put the weight of half the front of the skid loader plus the bricks into the bed of that truck, just smushing those rear leaves down, and it bounced back every time. I honestly think that, it's probably taken more of a beating than he expected. So there you go. In the meantime, I mean, look how much the values of Toyotas shot up after that Top Gear episode. Get ready, Phase Two is coming. When he has a hard time destroying this truck, um, it's going to increase the value of the ones that we have. Watch it. Buy one now if you're looking. Uh, let's see. Let me catch up here on comments again. Let's see here. Okay. Okay, Jake. He's got a shell, a cap from an S10 bed on his 87 Toyota, and it sticks out an inch on each side. Yeah, Jake. Actually, I had a shell from I don't know what year it was. Maybe like a 2000-ish S10, the same one that of the bed I showed you, where it was tapered. I had a camper shell like that on my Toyota for a while, and it stuck out about an inch and a half on each side up by the cab, but the back where the tailgate was perfect. And I liked that shell a lot. It looked really good, but the fitment bugged me a little bit, just the overhang. So it was cheap, obviously. But actually, I've got a video for all you guys wondering about. Here, I'll find this here. Cap. Look this up. About different caps that fit Toyotas. Where is it? Here we go, right here. Give me a second here. And you'd be surprised, there are a lot that fit, but it has a lot. There's a lot of things to keep in thought here. In addition to the width and the length, and of course, if it tapers or not, which is the S10 is the only truck that does that. You also have to consider the cab angle. The standard cabs have a 4-degree cab angle, which is just a little bit. The extra cabs have a 10-degree cab angle, which is a little bit more. So if you put a standard uh, a standard cab cap onto an extra cab bed, it will have a weird gap, almost like a V of space in the middle, kind of like that. But there's a lot of information in that video. If you guys are interested in knowing what fits, check it out. Let's see here. 1998 S10 for sale, LS swap to 5.3. Anyone want to buy it? I think you're in the wrong chat. No, honestly, I'm considering doing a swap in this 1980, and I'm not a Chevy guy by any means. I tried Chevys for my first couple cars, and those were like in the 80s and early 90s, and of course they were turds, so I was done with those. But I would LS swap something just because it's so cheap and easy nowadays. You can get any parts you need. But let's see. Um, thanks. Hey, thanks, Jimmy. I appreciate the good comments there. I'm glad that I'm able to help so many people out with the channel and the how-tos and all that stuff and any information I can provide. I'm by no means an expert. You know, I've had Toyotas for only 10 years. I was into Hondas right before that, and then other stuff and other stuff. So this is a phase for me, but I think it's going to be the final phase. I think I'm sold on Toyotas for the rest of my life. Especially since I bought that 80 series. That thing is so solid, and I could just tell it's going to last like probably for the rest of my life. It's so well built, and of course the pickup. I love those as well. Let's see. Hearsay. I have a chance to buy an '89 two-wheel drive, one owner, 2000. Is that you're talking about a? Oh, for $2,000. Okay. It's in great shape with a sunroof. Good price. Um, Honestly, that seems like a good price, at least around here. If there was a nice, clean, any nice, clean Toyota around here is worth a lot of money. Um, I'd say it's a good deal. Let's see. Yeah, you guys talking about the Toyota torture test. Yeah, I messed up. Yeah, he's an idiot. I had a heart attack. It's sick. Uh, Makes me feel better about no airbags. Yeah. You know what cracks me up though is how many times he walked around to the wrong door to get in the thing because I did the exact same thing after I bought my Land Cruiser. You really your brain cannot make that switch to from left-hand drive, which you've done your whole life, to right-hand drive in less than like a week. I would walk to my wrong door so many times, and I'd always reach over when I did get in the right door. I'd always reach over to grab the seatbelt from my left shoulder. It took me a while to get used to that. So I was cracking up that he was doing that as well. It's not just me. Let's see. Yeah, that $200 bed up there in Canada, rust free. I bet it sold fast. Yeah, I can't believe it was that cheap. That guy left some money on the table for sure. Let's see. Extra cab long bed cap. Yes, very rare, very rare. I have looked for those and not found them. Um, the what makes the extra cab long bed cap special is one, there are very, very few extra cab long beds, and that cap has the 10-degree cab angle. So I don't think there is even another cap from a truck out there that's going to have that length plus the 10-degree cab angle on it. S10s have the 10-degree cab angle, but I don't even know if uh, did second gen S10s? Yeah, they came in a long bed. They did. Yeah. But then again, how many caps are out there for that? Plus that tapers as well. But you actually have one that fits that truck, and that's pretty rare. Hang on to that. Let's see. Well, I got some stuff lined up tonight. Let me check in on Clinton again. Make sure he's not trying to get in through Skype here. No, he is not. We did after the show last week. That's when we decided to do every other week. So he probably thought that I meant every other week, as in this was an off week. So we talked about it, but you guys didn't get to know yet. So I had to come back this week to tell you guys what's going on. So you're not wondering what we're doing. But let's go over to the Toyota Tuesdays Gmail. If you want to send me some pictures of your rides, send them over to toyotatuesdays at gmail.com, and we'll take a look at them on the show. So I got a couple of emails here. Let's see here. This was this from last week? This might have been at the very end of last week's show. I don't think we got to check it out yet. PG Outdoors, a regular on the show. I didn't see him out there yet today, but this is his. I didn't see what year it was. 86 to 88. It's got the IFS. Nice. What fenders are those? Oh, I just noticed that. Yeah, it's got the wider fenders on it. It's 87. Bob Frazier, a regular on the show and actually a active subscriber on the channel as well. This is a not a Toyota pickup. Oh, I'm sorry, wait. This is what I'm thinking of. Not a Toyota pickup, but a Light Ace. And I don't know if you guys have seen these. They're pretty cool. It's like the forward cab vans that they had. There it is. And it's four-wheel drive. Oh, I gotta check these out. I see two-wheel drive ones once in a while, but not many four-wheel drives. Bigger. There we go. Oh, that's just so cool. So 80s. This is cool. Yeah, thanks, Bob. This is good. I like the spare tire mount too in the front. Okay. Oh, all right. They got it set up for a little bit of overlanding. Oh, I never knew they had these windows on the top there. That's kind of cool. This is nice. Wow. This would be an awesome rig. Right-hand drive too. Yeah. So I'm gonna read about this with you guys. Hold on, wait. What was that last picture there? What does that say? Skylight roof. Okay, that must have been an option. 1991 Toyota Light Ace 4x4 from Japan. 3Y gasoline engine. Okay. Not much about it. Top speed is 75 miles per hour. 100,000 miles on it. That's pretty awesome. For 14 grand. That's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. If I had $1 million, I might buy it. Next email from Bob here. Toyota find for Tuesday. 1992 extra cab. Ooh, this is clean. 11,500. I'm sorry, not extra cab. Standard cab. 144,000 miles. 22 RE, 5 speed. And it's pretty much perfect. 100% original. Let's check this out. Wow, the paint looks amazing. Someone took good care of this one. That's nice. Wow, that is really nice. This thing looks like showroom condition almost. Got the OEM bed liner in it. Don't see many of those nowadays. Cool. That's actually the same interior that my rusty 89 had. Same seats and everything. Except obviously mine had the hole in the driver's side as most of them do. Hey, anyone out there who's listening, if your driver's side seat does not have a hole on the outer edge of the bolster, let me know, because you might be one in a million. Wow, look at that frame. Original coating on there. Have never seen a frame that nice around here. Very nice. What do you guys think? Is that worth 11.5? Um, I don't know. I mean, at the rate some of these prices are going up, I might consider it. I don't know if you'll get that much on Craigslist, but if you put it on Bring a Trailer or something like that, you could get 11.5 for it. Definitely get 11.5 for it. All right, catching up with comments here. Where were we? Where were we? Okay, all right. Let's go back over here to the classifieds that I've been gathering over the last week. When I see something here or there, I save it, and we'll see what kind of deals are out there. We looked at these two already. Let's start with the older ones and go up to the new stuff here. These are also from Facebook here. This is, oh my bad, this one's actually Craigslist. Somebody sent me this. You know what? We might have seen this on the last show. It all blends in now. We've seen so many, but it's 79. Yeah, we did see this on the last show. It's 40s, one UZ swap, 15 grand down in San Diego. Chromoly shafts. Uh, Thought it needed something. Oh, it needs fuel cell, steering, and drive shafts. I think that's a pretty sweet truck and a good deal for that rig. I mean, you're getting a 1979, a double cab, and it's already lifting a belt, and it's on 40-inch tires. That's just a nice truck. Here's a 1981. This is in Illinois. It was already pending pickup when I found it. It's a trail rig, not a street truck. It's a beat up, badass trail rig parts wise. Clean title, propane 22R, 5-inch lift, high steer, IFS box 529s, locked, uh, long field axles, front and rear. Tacoma brake upgrade, hydro assist, dual cases. I mean, this thing is fully built. Pretty much everything you need to have the unstoppable off-road machine. It's here. There we go. Let's check out the pictures of this truck. And mind you, this was 4 grand, and I'm sure it's sold by now because it was pending within like a day or two after I saw it. So, like he says, hey, it's beat up, but that truck's gonna get you about anywhere you need to go. The frame has been patched. Oop, there you can see it there. Okay. So that must be, we'll see, we're looking up toward the muffler. So this is the driver's inside here. And that is the same. Okay, so we showed before and after. There's the muffler again. So there you go. That's what 4 grand gets you. What do you guys think? Good deal? Honestly, just the parts alone they put into it are worth that. So I'd call that a good deal. Here's a 1981 4x4 for 4,200. This is out in Washington. Bring rollers or a trailer. He's keeping the tires and wheels. 84, 81 4x4 original. AC, power steering, extra gauges. 22R 5-speed. Let's see, it's mechanically good. Intake has a leak and the brakes need bled. Um, Firm price. That's about it. There you go. So I guess it's if you're looking at spending about around 4 grand, this one or the last one I showed you, the fully built one, what would you do? Definitely, if you're this one's definitely more original and an OEM. I guess if you want a trail rig and you don't care about uh, body panels, go with the first one. But not bad, pretty clean. Got a Weber on it. And this is weird. There's another one in Washington, the exact same color as the last one for a little bit more money. This one's 4,800. It's a 81 SR5, 140,000 miles. Let's see. Again, it's loaded. It's got AC, power steering, 22R. He's honest. The 22R runs like a top but leaks like a sieve. So it comes with new gaskets. It has a Weber as well, and it's on some Mickey Thompson Bajas, 8% tread, 33 inch. A clean title as well on this one. So, let's see here. There it is. It really looks like the same truck, doesn't it? So, Yeah, a lot of first gens out there. I feel this one's a good deal as well. Here is a 82 Toyota 4Runner. So it's the long bed. Hold on. What is he? Okay, yeah, this one. Sorry. I had to make sure this wasn't a mistake here. It's a long bed that has the upper half of a low top custom cab grafted to it. So we've been looking at a lot of the custom cabs lately. This is sort of one person's home built custom cab. Good body, no rust, straight axle, high steer. It's got the Lexus 4.0 V8. Um, but the factory wiring and engine mounts are still there to put a 22R or 22RE into it. Let's see. He's looking to trade everything minus the engine, trans, and transfer case. So I won't get into all that, but for 3,500 bucks, here's what you get. So this is the inside of the custom built custom cab. And there's the exterior. Interesting. That's nice. Real nice. Here's one down here in or up here in Montana here. Sold pretty quick, 2,500 bucks. Very little information about it, but there you go. Got a headache rack, two bumpers, and a pretty rough but solid body. So 2,500 bucks must have been a good deal because it sold fast. Okay, into some second gens here. This is an 85 4Runner in Tennessee, and check out the mileage on this one. 400,000 miles, and not much information. 85 straight axle, 22 RE. So not too informative, but there it is. Looks all original with the exception of the bumper and the lights, and I see a winch up there too. Actually, if it's an 85, he must have spacers to fit those wheels on as well. Otherwise, they would be tucked in pretty far because the 85s have a 3-inch less track width than the IFS trucks that had these wheels on it. But I did notice there is some rocker panel rot down here along the bottom. It almost is disguised by the mud. So that makes it seem less appealing for 6 grand, but still, looks like a nice solid rig for that price. People want the 85 because of the straight axle. It's the last year, so I guess that has the straight axle tax built into it. Let's see here. Here's a 1988 I found right here in Ohio. 88 Toyota, well Tacoma, but pickup. New timing chain. Let's see, 22RE. Rust spot on the frame. Um, Truck runs great with body issues. So there you go, 257,000 miles on this guy, and here it is. Yeah, there you go. That's your typical Ohio bed right there. You can see it's mainly surface, but you got a hole starting right there, and it's, you know, almost a lost cause at this point. And this is actually not the original bed. This is a two-wheel drive bed. You can tell it doesn't have the rear flare as much there as the four-wheel drive bed does. So this is the second bed this truck is on, and it's rotting away as well. This is why you can't just have nice things in Ohio. But there you go. Tailgate's getting its rust going as well. But hey, for a running driving Toyota pickup, not a bad price. Oh, the standard crack dash. All right, this is let's see here. All right, you guys are gonna think. Let me know if you agree with me. I think this is a crackhead price for this 4Runner, 1994 Runner, 200,000 miles, all original 22 RE 5-speed, in near new condition. It says. Let's see. Rebuilt motor with new gaskets, timing chain, guide, all that stuff. It's on 31s and $14,000 for a 1994 runner. Let's check it out. It was on Facebook, and people were giving him a lot of shit over this price too. It looks. I will say it looks clean. I am skeptical that the paint's original. I don't know. The interior's really nice, so maybe he just takes good care of it. I don't know. But you can see it's bare bones. It's got no AC. Um, the bare bones radio. Um, it's got the plastic or the gray bumpers, the non-color matched bumpers. It's got the steel wheels instead of the alloy wheels. It's if it was an SR5 and it was in this condition, maybe, but I don't know. I don't know about a base model 4Runner if it's going to fetch 14.5 at this day and age. Maybe in another 5 to 10 years, but I think the price is a little high considering the mileage, and I'm really curious if that's original paint. So I don't know. It may be because it does match the bay, and it's maybe he just took good care of it. Nice truck, but oh, sometimes you can tell it's been repainted by the sticker, and I don't see any masking around that. So hey, maybe that is the original paint. I may stand corrected. Clean for sure, but not not 14 grand clean. What do you guys? Let's catch up in the comments. See what you guys think here. Oh, I got a lot of comments to catch up on. Let's see here. Okay, so yeah, it looks like most of your seats are ripped. No rips on the Vertigos. The Vertigos are the SR5 seats that have the angled logos pattern on them. Very nice seats. I wish I had a set. Um, yeah, that's good. Those are holding up. Let's see here. Here we go. What's up, Eric? Hey, everybody. Thanks for checking in a little bit late. Um, we have an announcement to make. I'll just run through it really quick. Comment at the top, the pinned comment has a link to it. That's the future location for the show. It has its own channel now, so check that out. Subscribe to that channel, and that's where you're going to catch the future shows. Also, we're going to do the show every other week from here on out, just for the remainder of summertime. Okay. Um, where am I? Oh, nice, Gabriel, in a 1995 80 series. Yes, good to see another 80 series owner on here. But yours is OBD2, so I'm kind of jealous in that aspect because that must be nice for troubleshooting. Let's see. Yeah, too high on the Forerunner, definitely. 7K rig, that's that's a reasonable price, I think, as well. Wow. Gabriel's brother just bought a '03 100 series Land Cruiser for $450. 250,000 miles, burnt transmission. Yeah, but definitely worth it. That's a steal. Joel, good question. Are AC components the same from a 92 4Runner to a 92 pickup? Because I want to swap AC into my pickup. Oh, this is we need Clinton, our third gen expert here. I'm gonna say under the hood and to the dash, yes. The only exception might be I know the Forerunners, some of them at least, have a vent in the back of the center console, and I don't know if that ductwork must be different going to that from under the dash. I don't think that is its any in any way its own AC unit. I think it just blows air maybe under the tunnel through the dash. like through the console and out the back. So I would think all the AC components are going to be the same, especially being the same year, 92 to 92. So you should be all right there. If anybody else in the comments knows about that for sure, please chime in. See here. Are the 84 SR5 seats the striped ones? Good question. I don't know about the 84 seats. The fast lane will be able to answer you that question there. Let's see here. Okay, the Forerunner vent is just a heater with it built into the console. So yeah, all your AC components should be compatible from 1992 Forerunner to 1992 pickup. Um, okay, and the heater in the back of the console has its own coolant lines running to it in its own blower motor. So that's only going to be for your heat. It's not going to have anything to do with your AC or your Freon lines. So there you go. Thanks for confirming, guys. Joel and Cole. Um, got a few minutes left here. You guys remember that blue truck we saw last week on eBay? Well, I've been following it, and it once again did not meet reserve. I'll pull this up here and we'll take a look at it. Okay, here we go. This is that 1980 4x4, which has been listed numerous times on here. It's a barn find. It has incredibly low mileage. I think it was, yeah, 17,811 miles. Um, highly optioned, 4x4, all the features and whatnot. We'll look through these really quick just because this is a beautiful truck. All original. Although, I guess not the wheels. But, yeah. And they've had it listed so many times, and I've seen it end up in the 20s for the price. This one went up to 31,000, and the reserve was still not met. Um, I don't know why they're selling this on eBay, man. Take this thing to a Barrett Jackson or bring a trailer, and you'll get your reserve. You know, people want the cheap stuff on eBay. This is too nice of a truck for eBay, in my opinion. But there it is. And I just can't believe this thing is this nice. I mean, this looks like it's been fully restored, but it's all original. That's saying a lot. I'd love to know the story as to why the mileage is so low. Did someone just park it in a showroom or what? Yeah, well, let's see if they tell us. Uh, let's see. Nope, just discovered in Wisconsin. They don't say if it was in a barn or what. So, but yeah, it has every dealer installed option has a sunroof. I'm sorry, not sunroof. Rust-proof undercoat, chrome bumpers, floor mats, lumbar supports. Okay, and the sunroof and a spare tire wheel mounted in the cargo bed, which is very unusual. I've never seen that before. So, pretty cool truck, man. I hope they get what they're looking to get for it because this thing is nice. I'm glad. I hope Whistle Diesel doesn't buy this one. Um, and then speaking of other stuff, I did a search on what's been selling lately on eBay just to get an idea of what's out there. And check this out: 1988 Toyota pickup sold for $19,900, which is kind of a lot. It's an extra cab out there in California. Looks really nice, really clean. SR5. I like that cap, by the way. That's cool. But there you go. That's what 20 grand will get you. Of course, it's mid-frame. That mint interior, not even faded. Well cared for rig. Oh wait, did I see it? No, no cracks on the dash. This center console reminded me. You guys saw uh, the Whistle Diesel video where he was trying to snap. He was trying to bend that top armrest back because you know how they all snap. Just thin plastic connecting them, and he hit it back as hard as he could. And then instead of snapping, the whole bottom part opened up. He didn't even really realize it did that. And he was like, "Oh, that's badass." And I'm watching this with my son because Whistle Diesel, he doesn't really swear or anything. And the one thing my son, who is 3 by the way, takes away from the video, now he says, "That's badass." uh, yeah, I guess I gotta watch it. So yeah, there you go. That's what $19,500 will get you. Or I'm sorry, 19,950. So we got some, of course, 40 series. FJ40 Land Cruisers going for big money as always. There's another high ace. There's a comparison. That's not the camper version. That's just the regular two-wheel drive version. Definitely not as cool. 70 series Land Cruiser sold for 19. Got another FJ40 for 40 grand. Got some nice old Celicas too. I think these are cool. 12 grand, 25 grand for that one. 73. I know most of us have trucks here. We'll take a look at that. This Forerunner sold for 10 grand only because it was recorded as having over 200,000 miles, and the speedometer was replaced, and the cluster now reads like I think 50,000 miles. So huge mileage discrepancy, but still a good deal for the price these things are going for. There's a FJ62 for 26 grand, a nice 60 series for 12.6. So yeah, these prices they just keep going up. This thing right here, this is what I want to show you guys. Actually, this and this. Uh, this crazy bus. Now, if you are familiar with the 80 series Land Cruiser, the transmission in the 80 series Land Cruiser is the same one that Toyota uses in this bus. It's the A442F, and it's nicknamed the bus transmission. That's why they're basically 93s and 94s are kind of sought after for the OBD1 years because they have the bus transmission. And here is that bus that actually has the transmission. Normally it's like a passenger bus with I think like, I don't know, 20 something seats in it. But this thing is a right-hand drive bus to camper conversion. Really cool. Uh, Obviously imported from Japan. And I don't know if this is like a factory sort of thing or if an aftermarket company did this in Japan, but this thing's pretty cool. What a cool rig this would be to have. So it's got a table there in the back, uh, folds into a bed. Some kind of weird, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on in the bathroom there, but never seen one of those before, and I'll probably never see one again. Turbo, probably looks like the same one that's in the Land Cruisers, probably the 4.2. Let's see here. Yeah, 4.2 turbo diesel, 1 HD. So there you go. Different but cool. Let's see here. This one caught my eye because this is almost like the same as mine 80 series, but it's a 70 series. Same color, very similar options. It's got the driving lights, the chrome bar in the front. It's almost like my 80 series is younger brother, or I guess it'd be older brother. But I didn't know that these had a third row seat option. For the size that they are, I thought they were only a second row seat, but this one does have the third row seats. It's got the cool barn doors. The one's wider than the other one. These are just really cool trucks. I'd love to have one if I had $1 million and another place to put a vehicle, which I don't right now. I'm not buying any more vehicles until I get rid of some. That's my new promise to myself. But there's the interior. You can see it's a lot smaller than the 80 series, more almost the size of a pickup, but a very cool rig. Got some nasty rust going on there. That's getting gross down there at the bottom. There's the back doors. So cool rig, and that went for 12 grand, which not a bad deal. Yeah, we'll check this out. We all have trucks here, but I think I love these old Celicas. Obviously, highly modified and restored interior and whatnot. I prefer more of a an original. We're back. Sorry about that. Lost audio for a second. But yeah, I just noticed that it's got a the old Wankel rotary in there. That's kind of cool. So there you go. List for 25. Best offer accepted. We saw that already. So yeah, there you go. That's what's out there on eBay this week. But we are approaching 10 o'clock, so let me do one last check. See if we got any viewers' rides here into the Gmail, and we do not. Let me run down the comments real quick, get caught up, and we'll call this good night. Let's see here. So, spent trans fluid. Take a quart out, put a new quart in at 200-mile intervals. Not sure who Eric's replying to there. Let's see, where were we? What's up, Tom Jones? Yeah, good dad. Yeah, it's funny. He picks up on pretty much everything, but he repeats things that you don't want him to. Now my son likes helping me wrench on my 80, and by wrench I mean I give him a pair of like needle nose pliers, and he walks around it and just pulls off pieces of rust with it. He just wants to do that all the time, which is cool. But eventually, um, you know, he's gonna have a hard time when it's restored and he can't do that. So I guess I'll always need some rusty truck. I guess he can go start on the 87 next, which I have no update on, by the way. I can't really do anything with that until I get some projects done, so it's on the back burner for a while. Let's see here. Yeah. I hope not fast CRF. Let's see. Cole Bradley. All right. Good point here. I'm going to be honest. I love what Whistling Diesel is doing with the Yoda. I think it's funny and fun to watch. The only thing I see bad about it is people wanting them more and prices jacking even higher up. That's correct. I definitely think prices are going to go up just like they went up after Top Gear tried to kill one and couldn't. Although I think if I know Whistling Diesel, he's going to succeed. He's going to find a way to destroy this. At the very end of the last video he uploaded, it showed it heading toward and starting to impact into a giant pile of like logs. I mean, like tree-sized logs. So we'll see. We'll see how long it lasts. Um, see, hyperinflation. Yeah, you know what? It really, even as of last year, prices started going up a lot. Um, on the 80 series Land Cruisers, I bought mine right as they were starting to go up, and now they're through the roof. These old Toyota trucks, they're going through the roof. Um, it's happening for sure. I mean, everything's expensive now. You know, lumber, gas, what I heard, tires. There's a rubber shortage in wherever Vietnam or wherever rubber trees are. There's a some disease affecting rubber trees. Copper. There's like not enough copper mines. Copper is going to be going up. So everything is going up for one reason or another. I saw an ad, a headline: Chick-fil-A's running short on their sauce, so there's going to be a shortage of that. So everything is going up in price. It's just 2021, I guess. Let's see. Gabriel, you have 12 Toyotas in driving condition. Push the 80 trans hard every day. It's a tank with a stout 4-speed. Yeah, those 80s, it is a tank is the best description. It's such a solid rig. Way more so than the pickup. My 85 solid axle, it's very solid, but you drive the 80 over the same bumpy roads, and it definitely feels more like a tank. Probably because it weighs what, uh, nearly twice as much. But good rig for sure. Guns and Toyotas, I have never lost money on. They are more expensive for a reason. Well spoken. You know what? I did get rid of the third gen. You're right. Yeah, I did. Honestly, I was at a room when I bought that one though, so I knew that wasn't going to stay around for long because we were just taking that apart for the drivetrain pretty much. So I did though. I'm on the step to recovery. I'm an addict, Toyota addict. I've got a problem, but it's getting better. Let's see here. Never really had the one. We're back. All right, my headphones are telling me it's time to call it a night. So we'll wrap up here real quick. SUVs are great, so you need a pickup truck. Absolutely, Gabriel. That's why I have one of each. Uh, oh yeah, someone mentioned earlier I need a first gen 84, 85 4Runner for the show, for the channel. And I've been looking for one left and right, everywhere. And I just haven't found the right one. And when I do find one, I'm out of space or funds. So, in the long-term goal of the channel, that will be a vehicle that I buy and restore and show you guys how to work on because I want one. I've always wanted one. So, it will happen one day. Just don't know when. But I agree 100%. I definitely need a first gen 4Runner. Let's see here. And they are going up on price, and I'm going to have to buy a crappy one that needs a lot of work, but that's all right because that's what I do. Let's see. Tom Jones, I enjoy the thought of the older Toyotas increasing in value, but I'm holding on to my pile. I can actually work on the thing. These vehicles nowadays, nope. Maybe change the oil. Absolutely. I agree 100%. Simple is good, and that's why I sold my 2006 TSX to buy this 94 Land Cruiser, man. This 94 Land Cruiser, it's a lot simpler to work on. There's no electronic bugs whatsoever. It's built to last too. Joel sold his 93 4Runner for 1,700 Canadian with 375,000 kilometers. I'm guessing that is. So there you go. All right, guys, we're going to wrap it up here. We're a little over 10 o'clock. But one more time, I got to mention we are going to be changing the format of the show. Look up there at the pinned comment, and that's going to have a link to the new channel. I'm sorry, it's probably on this side. I forgot everything's reversed here. The new channel where we're going to feature the show. So there's a Toyota Tuesday channel on YouTube now and it's been on my channel for a while, but the whole long-term plan was to make it its own channel, and we're making that transition. Also, for the summer season, aka the outdoor slash wrenching season, we're going to be doing the show every other week, every 2 weeks. So next week will be the week off. The week after that, the show will resume. Depending on the subscribers we get on the new channel, I may do it here again just to help spread the word that we're going to move the show before I move it completely. So that's it for tonight, guys. Thanks for checking in, and we'll see you in 2 weeks. Take care.